Welcome to Connex for QuickBooks Desktop. In today's demonstration video, I will show you how to set up and get started with Connex for QuickBooks Desktop and ShipStation. Your first step is to register for an account at connexforquickbooks.com. Step 2 would be to open QuickBooks Desktop, sign in as admin in single user mode. Step 3 will be to log in to your ShipStation admin and attain your API credentials. These can be found under the wrench icon, under Account, and API Settings. Here you will see your API keys. If you have never generated keys, the green button will say Generate New Keys. Keep this screen up and go back to Connex for QuickBooks Desktop. You'll want to add a new connection, choosing ShipStation from the list. You can click Continue at this pull-down to read the documentation for ShipStation, or you can click Close. Copy and paste your API keys. Make sure to put the key in the right box and the secret in the right box. Click Configure. Another drop-down will appear with a video on how to pair the file, adding the file into the QuickBooks Web Connector. You can watch this video or you can click Close. If a pairing file does not appear in your downloads, click Download Pairing File. Double-click the pairing file, click OK at the certificate, another certificate appears. Click Yes as admin. Yes, always allow access to QuickBooks. Log in as admin and click Continue and click Done. Place a check mark next to the ShipStation pairing file and click Update Selected. It's going to ask you to enter a password. This is an arbitrary field. You can enter 123. Save the password, click Update Selected. The Web Connector will now pair the file. Once the two green bars at the bottom reach 100%, the pairing is complete. You can minimize the Web Connector and you'll arrive back here at the step 1 of the installation wizard. Choose the direction you'd like to sync. Today I'm going to choose Sync Orders to QuickBooks from ShipStation. I'll click there. Here we arrive at the configuration setup of ShipStation and Connex. This is a 7-step process which should only take you about 15 minutes, asking you specific questions about setting up your sync. Take note along the way. At each step of this installation wizard, you can watch a 15-second video on what the step is asking, or you can read detailed instruction guides. I will quickly move along the wizard so that I can get to my settings and show you more detailed settings for ShipStation. The first step is asking what type of transactions I'd like to have in QuickBooks. It also asks if I want to add a class or terms or use QuickBooks numbering. The second step is how you have your customers in QuickBooks, some default accounts in QuickBooks, whether or not you collect sales tax, how you have your products matching between ShipStation and QuickBooks, if you'd like to receive notifications, and what time zone are you in. I'll click Submit. And you are at the screen that tells you your setup has been complete. You have several choices where you'd like to go. You could view your transaction log, you can manage your connections, or you can sync now. Now that the setup is complete, I'd like to show you an example. Here in ShipStation we have an order number 124578 sold to Joe Smith for $100. Our software synced, found this new order in ShipStation, and placed it into QuickBooks. You can see it go into Joe Smith, order number 124578 for $100. Back in Connex, we can see from our transaction log that the order number 124578 has synced successfully. And that completes my demonstration of orders going from ShipStation to QuickBooks. Moving on, I'd like to talk about the sync from QuickBooks to ShipStation. In this part of the demonstration video, I'm going to discuss how to sync orders from QuickBooks to ShipStation. If you have already set up a sync from ShipStation to QuickBooks, you can fast forward past the installation wizard piece of this demo and follow the steps when I reach the settings page. So this is the installation wizard at step 1. You'll choose Sync Orders from QuickBooks to ShipStation, and you'll click the green button. In the next step of the installation wizard, you'll tell us whether you want to update the transactions with the shipping cost and the tracking information, or just the tracking information only. Choose one of these. Tell us which transaction type to update and how you have your products matching. Click Next. In the Filter Sales part of the installation wizard, make sure you have Send Orders to Manual Orders in the first field. Choose ShipStation as your class in the class field, and what type of transaction we are syncing from QuickBooks to ShipStation. Choose Next. If you'd like to test sync an order, you can place it here, and please let us know your time zone. Click Submit. Once these settings are complete, you arrive at the Setup Complete page, where you can either view your transaction log if you've tested an order, manage your connections, or choose Sync Now. If you tested an order and you choose Sync Now, click View Guide on how to run your web connector. I'm going to go to the My Connections page and show you the settings. Once you're in your settings, scroll down to the 9th tab and expand Sync Orders from QuickBooks manually. You'll see that I turned the feature on with a check mark on the first setting. I've chose Update QuickBooks Transaction with shipping costs from carrier and tracking information. I chose the class of ShipStation to sync, and I'm going to sync invoices. I'm going to send it to the Manual Orders store. I'm going to pause here and explain a little bit about syncing orders by class. Adding a class of ShipStation to the top of the order in QuickBooks is the flag that QuickBooks needs to know which invoices you'd like to sync up to ShipStation. You can choose to sync all orders regardless of class, and that way any order that has been modified or created in QuickBooks will sync up to ShipStation regardless of class. If you want only certain invoices to sync to ShipStation, you'll choose a class of ShipStation, and that is the flag for our software to know which orders to sync. Let's show you an example in QuickBooks. Here in QuickBooks, I have an invoice created for Sandy DeSalvo, invoice number 3. I've added a class of ShipStation, so that's my flag for Connex to know to bring this order up. So it's some black shoes for $10. Once this invoice is created, I click Save and Close. In the background, the web connector is running at specific intervals throughout the day. The web connector runs and finds the new order and brings the order up to ShipStation as order number 3. In ShipStation, I'll ship this order out. Once the web connector runs again, it finds that this order is changed to a status of shipped. That's the flag to know that this order needs to be updated in QuickBooks. You'll see there's a shipping rate of $8.40 with FedEx Ground tracking information on it. The web connector runs. I can go back into QuickBooks and find the invoice, and you'll see that it has been updated with the shipping and tracking information. Again, if you only want the tracking information, you don't want the shipping price on the invoice, you can just choose enter the tracking information only in our settings. Back in Connex, you can check your transaction log for details of the order that has synced. I'd like to talk about one additional feature that Connex offers with the two-way sync. If you use sales orders in QuickBooks, Connex can sync a sales order to ShipStation. After the order is shipped out, it will sync the order back into QuickBooks, close out the sales order, and create an invoice for you, adding the shipping and tracking details. If you're interested in this feature, you can submit a support ticket by clicking on the Help button and clicking on Support. And that concludes my demonstration for today. Thank you for watching.